The Supreme Court has deemed the issue of election freebies important and will hear a petition calling for their ban. On Wednesday, Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, along with Justice G.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra, confirmed that the petition is listed for hearing and will not be removed from the schedule. Lawyer Ashwini Upadhyay, the petitioner, urged the court to keep the case listed for a hearing the following day. The petition challenges the practice of political parties offering free benefits during elections, arguing that such promises are made for political gain and should be banned in the party manifestos. The Supreme Court has postponed the hearing of a review petition challenging its earlier ruling in a money laundering case. A bench led by Justice Suryakant scheduled the hearing for October 3rd after Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing the ED, requested an adjournment which senior advocate Kapil Sibbal, representing the petitioner, opposed. The original decision, delivered on July 27, 2022, upheld the ED's powers under the Money Laundering Act, allowing it to seize property, conduct raids, arrest individuals, and issue summons. The ruling, by a bench led by Justice A.M. Khanwilkar, also stated that a large bench would address concerns about passing amendments to the Act as part of a finance bill. The court clarified that the Enforcement Case Information Report (ICIR) is not equivalent to an FIR and need not to be shared with the accused. Congress MP Karti Chidambaram is among those who filed a review petition, arguing that the 2022 order contains error. While Solicitor General Mehta has defended the ruling, the case will now be heard on October 3rd. Tej Pratap Yadav has been summoned by the court in connection with the Land for Jobs case in the railways. Along with him, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav and others are required to appear in court on October 7th. Today, Special Judge Vishal Gogne of the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi took cognizance of the ED for supplementary charge sheet and issued summons to all 7 accused, including former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav. The court had earlier reserved the decision on August 17th, after the ED assured it would file the charge sheet on time. The ED submitted the charge sheet on August 6th, naming 11 accused and providing 96 documents as evidence. A petition has been filed in the Delhi High Court by Hindu Sena Chief Surjit Singh Yadav against Union Minister Ravneet Singh Bitto for making controversial remarks about Congress MP Rahul Gandhi. The petitioner claims Bitto's statements were insulting, misleading and false, and has requested legal action against him. On September 15th, in a press conference, Bitto accused Rahul Gandhi of being unpatriotic, claiming Gandhi had tried to manipulate Muslims and was now attempting to divide Sikhs. He labelled Gandhi as the #1 terrorist and called for surveillance of him. Bitto's comments followed Gandhi's earlier remarks in the US, where Gandhi expressed concern about Sikh rights in India, which angered the Sikh community. The Jharkhand High Court has criticized the Deputy Commissioner's report on Bangladeshi intruders as unfortunate. During a hearing, the court expressed concern over incorrect information provided by the DCs, particularly the claim that no Bangladeshi intruders were in Santhal Pargana, despite reports of 4 intruders in Shaibaganj. Meanwhile, the central government maintains that Bangladeshi intruders have entered Santhal Pargana, leading to a population increase in a specific community. The Chief Justice bench noted that while contempt proceedings could have been initiated against DCs for false information, the priority is to gather accurate facts through a fact-finding committee. The court emphasized the need to stop any potential infiltration if confirmed. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, participating via video conference, stated that the central and Jharkhand governments would form a high-powered committee to investigate the issue. Senior officials will decide the committee's composition, and the central government will submit the decision through an affidavit. The next hearing is scheduled for September 20th. The Delhi High Court has directed the Delhi State Legal Service Authority to pay a compensation of Rs 9.65 lakh to the minor rape victim The court has given the order on the petition, which challenged the order of the trial court given in 2022. The trial court had ordered a final compensation of Rs 10,000 to the victim. Earlier in 2020, she was given an interim compensation of Rs 75,000. Importantly, the victim was sexually assaulted by her father in 2018. The minor was 17 years old at the time of the incident. In 2021, the accused father committed suicide at his home, after which the proceeding against him was stopped. The High Court, after looking at the assessment report, said that the victim had suffered severe mental trauma. The victim's mother is the only earning member of the family, who earns Rs 7,000 per month, which is insufficient to raise a family of 3. The bench of Justice Ohri, who was hearing the case, said that the compensation for the petitioner has been fixed at Rs 10.5 lakhs. Since the petitioner has already been paid Rs 85,000, the petitioner is now entitled to receive an additional amount of Rs 9,65,000. Watch our special programs and share the videos to stay updated with the daily court proceedings.